Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some ChocoMaker. These are candy wafers. We have 4 flavors. We have the cookie dough, the fruity cereal,
dark chocolate raspberry, and dark roast.
These were $3.48 each at Walmart. If you go, it's funny, if you go in different stores, you're going to see different brands. For example, this brand, I haven't seen it in other stores, but saw it in Walmart. They have different colors of the ChocoMaker. So they have red, they have orange, they have yellow, but those are literally just those colors. I'm sure they make other flavors besides these, but these are the only flavors we've been able to get our hands on. Because if you go look at ChocoMaker in the red bag, then it won't necessarily be a specific flavor. It's just going to make your chocolate that color. So, do you want to explain why you would buy these?
It's for dipping stuff in. There you go. You melt it.
I would have been much more. I would have. Yeah, no, that's good because I would have given you some.
It's melting chocolate, so it's not real chocolate. It's usually some kind of chocolate-like substance, and it's you melt it and you drizzle it over stuff or decorate or dip or whatever.
Well, it says, I'll read you one bag. They all say the same thing. It says instructions: proper handling, adult supervision required.
Because it gets hot.
Do not allow wafers to come into contact with any water or moisture. Do not overheat. Keep wafers away from onions, smoke, and other strong odors. Store in a cool, dry place, not in the refrigerator. If melting has occurred in the bag, wafers may be remelted according to instructions below. So to melt these, which we are not going to do, by the way, to melt these, you can put them in the microwave. You can put them, there's apparently a ChocoMaker candy melter, which Walmart probably sells. I wasn't looking for that. You can use a double boiler, which good luck finding a double boiler. I'll tell you what.
You probably buy one online.
I've looked. I've really looked for a double boiler, and basically it's like, well, for that recipe, I'm going to just take a bowl and put it over a pot. Yep. Because in a double boiler, it's like that's a thing of the 50s, or it's a thing of the past. You can't get them anymore. So anyway,
it's just easy to microwave them.
Those are the ways you can melt it. And so normally, yes, Kevin's right. What you would do is you would melt these, and then you would dip, like if you were to make, what are those called? Buckeyes. The peanut butter balls, and you dip them in chocolate. You could dip them in this chocolate, and they would have some kind of flavoring. So these are 7 servings per container, 13 pieces, 30 grams is 160 calories, and they're manufactured by CDS in Buffalo, New York. Candy wafers are gluten-free. But when we have reviewed candy melts before, and we reviewed them, wow. We just try them straight out of the package. It smells so sweet, so good. And I can also tell you what's funny is we have gone to World Market and we have bought some wafers just like this from the UK, and they're labeled to eat just like this.
It's called buttons.
Well, those Aero melts, They're labeled for just to eat like this, and they look exactly like this. So it's like, why aren't people thinking of these as candy?
Yeah, just little snacks.
Because they are, yeah. Okay, so this is the cookie dough.
$13 pieces. I love the way they melt on your tongue. And the flavors actually like cookie dough. I mean,
it does, yes, it does.
They did a good job. And it's very smooth when they melt on your tongue. They don't have that gritty, sugary kind of texture that cookie dough normally has, but it has a really nice, smooth, chocolatey kind of texture. I like those quite a bit, actually. I would eat those for a snack anytime.
I think where the British, a lot of times, the good things start in the UK, and then we develop it over here, especially with television. They'll develop a TV show, a great TV show. Years later, you'll see it come over here, and it started there. I think this is one of those things. Yes, we've had them for a while, but they've actually been snacking on them for a while. Americans, you don't see Americans buy these as a snack. I think Hershey's is really missing out.
They could literally make buttons.
They could make, think of the Reese's. Reese's peanut butter.
If they can get the flavors right.
Yeah. This is the fruity cereal, 13 pieces, 160 calories. The
They're also
cookie
very
dough's
sweet
delicious
too.
though.
You know, I'm surprised with them saying they don't want you to get them moisture in them and smells and stuff, that the bag wasn't a zipper bag.
Oh, yeah, so that you could...
I guess most of the time you're
it.
going to use the whole thing though.
This is really cool. This is the fruity cereal, and there's little like specks through these. You won't be able to see it right now, but I'll have a close-up picture at the end. And there's like little blue specks. I'm going to put two together.
You don't need to though. There's plenty of flavor in each one.
Now, it's showing
It's good.
like Fruit Loops.
I can see kind of a Fruit Loop flavor. Kind of has that lemony fruit flavor.
Especially once it settles in. Because at first, when I was chewing it, at first I thought, this tastes more like berry. But then it doesn't. When it actually melts and then settles in, it really does taste, you get that lemony Fruit Loop flavor.
Yeah, it's really good. Or Fruity Pebbles or any of those.
And it's very strong.
Yeah, that's one good thing about them. Both of these have been strong in flavor.
Yes, and that's something that you, these seem stronger than other chocolates. So this is 150 calories for 13 pieces.
Pretty low.
And this is the dark chocolate raspberry.
I wonder if it's because it's dark.
I wonder, one of these I bought, okay, so where can you find these? You can find these sometimes in the seasonal aisles at Walmart. So like right now they have Easter stuff. So with the Easter stuff, you'll get the cupcake decorations and the cake decorations. You can find these up there. So I think this bag I found up front during Valentine's Day in that section. But then if you go on back to the regular cake decorating stuff that's back year round, that's where you're going to find these too.
Not in the baking aisle.
Not in the
At least
baking
at
aisle.
Walmart. They're not in the baking aisle.
No, not in the actual baking aisle.
We're in near where the crafts and stuff are.
Yeah. Ours, it goes like greeting cards and
like party stuff. And this is
and
right
this
past
is with the party stuff, yeah.
I don't care for the raspberry. You probably like it, but I'm not a really huge fan of raspberry. It's okay, but it's too sharp for me. I like the dark chocolate.
Really?
I like the dark chocolate a lot. I just don't like the raspberry.
Oh.
It's too funky.
No, I think it's delicious. It tastes.
Like I said, I don't like raspberry that much.
The difference for me is it tastes just like a piece of chocolate that you get out of a chocolate box. That's the chocolate raspberry.
Yeah.
But that is so intensely sweet. That's like 40 times sweeter than what you get in a box of chocolate. I mean, it's so off the chain sweet. It's amazing. Okay, this 13 pieces is 160 calories.
That's back to what the first two were.
Okay. So that one was the lowest calorie.
Yeah, the other two were 160.
Okay. Should I put like this to there? That way we'll know the difference. Okay. So dark roast. Ooh, smell. Oh my gosh.
I like coffee beans.
I get two stuck together. It only counts as one.
Again, wonderful texture. Strong flavors.
I love that. Love that.
I just thought about something else people use these for.
What?
You know the little molds that you can buy?
Yeah.
Like you might buy a rabbit mold or a heart mold or whatever. You can buy these and fill those and it'll make shaped chocolates. Mm-hmm. But they'll melt in your tongue just like these and they have the flavors too.
Mm-hmm. Well, what we did one Christmas, Mom bought a bunch of these plastic. They used to be clear plastic.
Hard hard plastic.
Yeah, they were clear, hard plastic. And we would literally take little paintbrushes, and we had different colors.
Like paint the eyes and stuff.
And you would, you would paint the bottom really thin in the bottom of that mold. And then you would put it in the freezer, and it didn't take a second to freeze in the bottom. You pull it back out of the freezer, and then you could fill the rest of it up with your melted chocolate. And then when you popped it out, it's gonna have the painted figure on the, the like little Christmas bear on the bottom. And we had a lot of fun doing that. This is wonderful. Our daughter-in-law,
coffee.
Christina, loves coffee. I mean, I do too. I think it's delicious. But if I were to put this in her stocking, she would be like, why are you giving me
chocolate melts?
Candy melts? Yeah, why are you giving me candy melts in my stocking? That's so weird. Because Americans don't look at these as snacky, as candy, and like to eat. And I'm telling you, y'all are missing out.
I would snack on either one of the first two. Now, I don't necessarily care for the raspberry. The coffee's a little strong for me, but I like the first two a lot.
So your first place.
My favorite's the cookie.
Okay.
The cookie dough.
My favorite's the cookie dough as well. I think
it's really good. And they did a superb job.
I mean, like, you could keep these, it's no different than eating a Hershey's Kiss. It's just in a different form.
Yeah.
And actually,
these
are stronger. These are stronger flavors.
I like the flavor and texture of these better.
And that's what I was telling you. These are stronger than most chocolate. So, like, I know Hershey's has done Hershey Kisses in different flavors. They're not as strong as these flavors. So,
they're not nearly as nice.
No. My favorite is the cookie dough. My second is the coffee.
Yeah.
My third is the chocolate raspberry.
And cereal last.
And then the cereal's last.
Yeah, cereal would be number 2 for me.
But they did a good job on the cereal. It's just that flavor isn't something I would want all
just
the
like
time.
the raspberry. It's not bad. It's just nothing I want.
Yeah. But you totally should go look in whatever stores you have, because these were found at Walmart. And like I said at the beginning, different stores have different brands. We have like 2 more sets of these in different brands to do reviews of.
Yeah, you just got to make sure if you want to snack on, if you don't want just regular white chocolate flavor, you have to look for the flavor.
Yeah,
because if you just say it's pink, then that doesn't mean it's a flavor. It just means
it's just going to be
pink chocolate.
Yeah, it's just the color pink.
Yeah.
You need to make sure it has a flavor on the bag, or it's not. It's not going to be a special flavor.
Yeah.
But
not that the regular ones aren't good. They're just
they're good too. But but if you want special flavors, these are so much fun to eat and to try, and they're not messy or anything like that.
I mean, they probably wouldn't melt in your hand if you sit there and held them.
I'm not holding it long enough to find out. So I'll have a picture for you at the end, and thanks for watching.